Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're bringing you the ultimate plumbing showdown, derived straight from our source material. If you own a home, or honestly, if you just want to know what on earth happens when things go completely wrong behind your walls, you are absolutely in the right place. We are looking at the two heavyweights of drain cleaning to find out which method truly rules the pipes.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We've all been there, right? That universal, absolute headache of a clogged, ridiculously slow drain. When you finally throw in the towel and call the professionals for those recurring clogs, you're usually hit with two competing options right off the bat: snake it or jet it. But what do those terms actually mean for your pipes, your wallet, and your peace of mind? Consider this the tail of the tape for our explainer today. We'll be looking at 1. The clogged drain dilemma. 2. Unpacking the drain snake. 3. High-pressure hydrojetting. 4. The head-to-head matchup. 5. Safety and system constraints. And finally, 6. The final plumbing verdict. So let's kick things off with Section 1, the clogged drain dilemma.
Look, the simple truth is that while both of these methods can successfully get your water flowing again, they do it in entirely different ways. Treating a clog definitely isn't a one-size-fits-all scenario. Figuring out the quote-unquote best option really boils down to 3 key variables. What exactly is blocking the pipe? What kind of condition are your pipes in? And lastly, are you just trying to get the water draining right this second? Or are you looking for a really comprehensive clean to prevent future issue?
Moving right along to Section 2, unpacking the drain snake.
All right, let's meet the first contender in our matchup. The drain snake, officially known in the industry as a plumbing auger, is probably what most of us picture when we think of drain cleaning. It basically feeds a flexible metal cable, which is equipped with a specialized cutting or retrieval head, straight down through your drain line. Think of it as the ultimate right-now mechanical fix. It's built to go in, find the problem, and physically engage with it.
So as that snake advances through the pipe, it acts kind of like a targeted strike on a specific obstruction. It's either going to break up that localized blockage so it can wash away, or it'll literally hook into the offending material and yank it right out. It's incredibly practical, especially when the blockage is close to where you're accessing the pipe, or when you just need a really quick, straightforward approach.
Which brings us to Section 3, high-pressure hydrojetting. Now, enter our second contender. And this one brings a totally different level of power and thoroughness to the table. Hydrojetting is exactly what it sounds like. It's the use of intensely high-pressure water to physically scour the inside walls of the pipe. If you've ever watched someone power wash a grimy driveway or the side of a house, imagine taking that exact same concept, shrinking it way down, and blasting it in 360 degrees right inside your plumbing system.
Now, what's really interesting here is that because jetting targets the pipe walls directly, it doesn't just punch a hole through a clog. The jet stream actually obliterates years of cumulative buildup. We are talking about heavy grease from last Thanksgiving, thick sludge, hardened mineral scale, and that incredibly stubborn biofilm. It flushes all of that loosened, foul material completely out of the line.
Let's put them in the ring together in Section 4, the head-to-head matchup.
So looking at these two highly effective tools side by side, we see a clear divide. On the left, we have snaking, your go-to for right-now obstruction removal. It solves the immediate problem with far less complexity, but it usually leaves behind the underlying film or deposits that actually help the blockage form in the first place. On the right, hydrojetting is all about deep cleaning. By stripping material directly from the pipe walls, jetting gives you long-term flow restoration and massively reduces the chance of that blockage reforming anytime soon.
In practice, plumbing pros make their decision based on what is actually sitting inside the pipe. A snake's cable is absolutely perfect for tackling mechanical blockages and single localized stoppages. But if the drain is suffering from heavy grease buildup, or you've got recurring slow drains caused by years of accumulation, hydrojetting is specifically designed to clean that broader interior surface and definitely holds the distinct edge. But wait, we have to talk about Section 5, safety and system constraints.
Before we go declaring a winner, we really need to talk about safety, because the physical condition of your home system heavily dictates which method you can even use. Snaking is frequently the safest initial attempt if the plumber is dealing with tighter access situations or if the exact cause of the clog is totally unknown. Hydrojetting, on the other hand, comes with a huge prerequisite. Your systems must be able to handle high pressure safely. The lines and fittings have to be physically robust enough to take that force, and the system has to actually allow the flushed material to clear out effectively.
And this is a super crucial warning directly from our source material.
In sensitive situations, meaning damaged pipes, certain older plumbing systems, or lines where the downstream flow is constrained, you absolutely cannot blast them with high pressure. An approach that uses much less force, like snaking, isn't just preferred in those cases, it is practically mandatory to prevent catastrophic damage to your pipes.
All right, that leads us perfectly into Section 6, the final plumbing verdict.
So, how exactly does a professional make the ultimate call? Well, the better method depends entirely on a proper diagnosis. Step 1 is always a camera inspection to confirm what's actually happening down there. Guessing is not the answer. Seeing is. Step 2 is identifying the likely source. Are we looking at roots, sludge, or a lodged object? And step 3 is simply matching the proper technique to the specific material blocking the line. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet. If you've got a single lodged object, a straightforward obstruction, or really tight access, your recommended method is snaking. It's an efficient, mechanical fix. If you're battling heavy grease, scale, or recurring clogs that just won't quit, hydrojetting is your go-to for that deeper clean. And most importantly, if you have damaged or sensitive older pipes, you have to stick to snaking to ensure you're using less force.
And that wraps up our structural showdown for this explainer. Understanding the mechanics behind these tools really gives you the power to make smarter decisions about maintaining your home. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The next time your drain slows down to a crawl, are you just going to poke a hole in the symptom, or are you going to wash the root cause away for good? Thanks for hanging out with us, and as always, stay curious.